Hello, Marcus Lim here to give an update on my results with the plan. And I realized it has been a while since my last update, right? Which was maybe 3-4 weeks ago. But what happened today is that one of my bots, as you can see here, it just went back into range right there. So I got a bit excited, right? So I figured that I should just do a quick update video because nothing really much has happened, but yeah, I'll show you what has been going on since the last update. So let me bring up what we had where I left off, which was, it kind of looked like this picture here, where I was saying how these two are out of range, right? And as I'll be showing you, they are still out of range. So still waiting, like it's a long game, so just patiently waiting. But for these two, so what I've done is I waited for this last one here to go green before I closed it and sold all the coin. And that's because the wiggle rate for this was a little bit too low, but 0.15%, right? So I just decided to close it and then replace it with a new bot, which I'll show you. And for this one here, this third one from the top, what I did was I also stopped it, but I reinvested some of the profits back in because I figured it was kind of doing okay, right? So I just wanted to put in more money. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. So let me show you what I've been talking about. So you can see if I go to my history, so these are the two that I closed, right? So this one here, right, this is what I was saying, the one that was like a low wiggle rate, okay? And so I closed it, yeah, so this, so you can see it ran for 30 days and a little bit, and I closed it right a month ago now. And this one, this is the one that I was gonna close and regrid, right? Close, not sell the coin, but just regrid to put in more money. You can see that this ran, now this is actually wrong. It says 1 month 31 days. It was actually only running for 1 month. So there's a bit of a bug in the software, and I actually have already raised this with support, and they told me that they'll look into it, but so far it hasn't been fixed. But this is actually 1 month, and to prove that, if I click on like my stats, and if you have a look at my close orders, you can see that the very last transaction was 26 June, right? And if I go back to the beginning, the first one was like May, 25th May, so it only ran for a month, okay? So I closed it after a month. So these two bots, they collectively gave me a profit of 1232. And obviously it kind of jumps around like this because the profits in BTC, and BTC does kind of like go up and down. But yeah, anyway, that's what it looks like at this very moment. Alright, so these are the two that I closed. So if I come now to what's running, so these two, which were out of range from before, are still out of range, right? Been out of range for a while. So let me just maybe have a look at, say, this one. If I look at the 3-month chart, you can see that, yeah, it's been out of range since what, 19 or 20, yeah, about 19th of June. It's been, so more than a month it's been out of range. And similarly for this one, right, let me do 1 month. Yeah, there you go. Let me just tighten this up hard to see. Yep. So yeah, you can see that it went out of range even longer, like about 17th of June, and so yeah, been a while. So can be a little bit frustrating to see red all the time. I mean, red is okay, but because it's out of range, it's actually not wiggling, you can see, so it's not generating anything. So these two, I've just been letting it sit there, alright? And now these two, so firstly, let's talk about this one here. So this is the one that the new bot that I started, and you can see it's nearly reaching a month. And it's been doing really well. So this was one of the coin recommendations from Dan. So maybe a lesson here is always listen to Dan. Because yeah, you can see it's been doing really well over the past close to a month now. Right, wiggle rate is very good. And yeah, it just cracked $1,000. That's like a really awesome, like 36%, like just in close to a month, right? So yeah, got nothing to complain about with this particular bot. It's just been going really well, and I don't know, like I might at some point want to close this and lock in the profit, but right now I'm just gonna let it run, right? This looks still, wiggle rate still looking really good for this one. Yeah, so this one all good. And let me get to this one now, which is, if you recall, this is the one that I was yeah, it's a regrid of this one here that I closed, right? And I wanted to add in a bit more to reinvest a bit more into it. So you can see this was 0.1, and the one that I have here is 0.13. So I just kind of closed and regridded, put in a bit more money. And what it's been doing is, you can see from the chart here, over the past month, right? It's been wiggling, and I so happened to regrid when the market was kind of going down. So it sort of wiggled, and then around, I don't know, this was back maybe about 10, 11, 12 days ago, right? Went out of range. Yeah, so it's been doing that, but then just in the last day or so, started kind of like, as you can see here, yeah, kind of maybe I'll do like a 5-minute thing. Yeah, it just went back into range, and it's been wiggling wiggling quite a bit. Yeah, so hopefully you'll keep staying up in the range, but who knows. But in any case, that's what it's been doing. Wiggle rate, it's kind of gone down quite a bit, just because of the fact that it's been spending like more than 10 days out of range, and so you would expect this wiggle rate percentage to also drop. But right now, okay, it looks like it's kind of finally going back up. Well, it seems like it's going back up at this time, so hopefully it stays there. But in any case, that's what's been happening with my bots, right? So important thing that I have to note is that I haven't lost anything at all, right? Because these ones that's showing red, I haven't closed, they're just running. So hopefully waiting for them to get back in range again. And for the ones that did close, I closed at like a profit, right? A positive change percent. And also for this one here, I closed but didn't sell the coin. So pretty much what I'm saying is haven't lost anything, because I think some people have been asking, like, do you ever lose? Well, yes, you do lose if you yeah, so for these ones, like if you close it and you sell all your coin, that's when you lose. But I'm not doing that right at this moment. Yeah, so haven't lost anything. So yeah, and I guess another point is this shows the importance of having a portfolio, which Dan will always keep reminding you as well. Like at least have 3 running, because you can see, right, when these 2 are out of range, not doing anything, I've still got this one that's running, this one that's still active. Well, it was inactive for a while, but it's gone back into active. So yeah, so importance of having a portfolio, so that the active ones can compensate for the ones that are currently inactive. Okay. And also maybe the importance of timing as well is an issue, because of the fact that, for instance, when I started these 2, right, as a very early adopter of the plan, we weren't actually too concerned about the timing. And so what I mean is, like, we really just were focusing on trying to get the bots to get up and running as fast as possible without really considering when's a good time. And so I guess if we actually were looking at timing, we probably wouldn't have started it back there, right? We might have waited for it to kind of like, dip down here before we kind of started the bot. Now, timing is obviously something that Dan does talk about, but all I'm saying is, in my case, I wasn't really focusing on timing, and so that's one thing to think about as well for your own situation. Yeah, and the great news is that if you join the plan now, you get all of that, right? Dan will provide for you which coins to pick, what settings to use, and even also this issue of timing that I was just talking about, right? When's the right time? When's the best time to start a particular coin pair or a particular bot, right? Yeah, so you can see Dan is constantly improving what's in the plan. I got in like super early. Obviously, the plan will keep improving over time, and so you guys are constantly getting those improvements as well. So that's all I wanted to say about that, which is that now's a great time to jump in, possibly even better than when I first did. I mean, true, I do have that first mover advantage in that I get to play with stuff first, get to see results quicker, but you get to learn from my experience so that you can do even better, in a sense, right? And also to emphasize that this is a long-term play, right? So patience is the key, really, to win in this game. So just because these 2 are out of range doesn't mean that they'll be out of range forever. So I'm just definitely gonna let this sit. I don't really care. And as you can see, right, for this one, it was out of range for, I don't know, 10, 12 days, but eventually it came up. So yeah, the long-term view is that crypto will keep going up unless it's kind of like a shitty coin which you don't want to touch, but then will also help you to give you pointers about how you can research good coins, right, and to avoid the bad ones. And yeah, so I guess that's all I wanted to say about this. So let me maybe, to finish just to see what's the overall profit so far. So 3177 plus 1232, 1232, 3177, 3177 plus, so about just over $4,400 of profit over the 2 months. Yeah. But yeah, so that's looking okay, right? Out of all the things that I said, I hope that this has given you some insight into how the plan works, 1 to 2 months in, a little bit of what to expect, and also what to avoid as well from what you've seen in my case. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be doing another update, but I don't know when yet, but hopefully soon.